This conference will now be recorded.
You all been warned. So, well, welcome to the Sarcoidosis online support group meeting. Thank you for coming. I see we have a lot more people. Actually, like saying, we have a lot more people online than we do. We actually don't even have a phone caller yet. Well, that's pretty cool. And like I said, welcome up, everybody. I know it's a little bit rough because it's the holidays, and I want to wish everybody a happy holiday, whether it be Hanukkah, Christmas, Kwanzaa, whatever. I know it's all coming up real soon. I don't know if anybody's ready, but I'm kind of ready, I guess, as ready as I'm gonna be. Yeah. So, the good thing is we actually don't have many new people here. But so what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna have you introduce yourself really quickly. I think we may have like one or two new people, but I'm gonna have you all, since it is only our second meeting, I'm gonna have you introduce yourselves really quick. Just so you guys know, right now we have 4 moderators in the group here, and I'm gonna introduce them really quickly. We have Kathleen, we have Rodney, and we have Regina, and myself. So that's the 4th.
Okay.
So, let me see. Do I have it? Here we go. I'm gonna have, I guess since I saw with Kathleen, go ahead, Kathleen. You're gonna just do a really quick 30-second introduction.
Hi, I'm Kathleen. I live on Long Island, New York. I've had sarcoidosis diagnosed for 10 years, going through some heavy stuff going into 2020, but we are survivors, right?
Right.
Exactly. All right. Well, Rodney, since you're right there, I'm gonna say you.
My name is Rodney Reese. I'm from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. I've had sarcoidosis right at 20 years now. I'm one of the original patient ambassadors for the Foundation for Sarcoidosis Research.
Hi, Rodney.
Hey, Rodney. Okay, dokie. Regina.
Hi, my name is Regina Gordon. I am from the Midwest, Fort Wayne, Indiana. I am Foundation for Sarcoidosis Research ambassador as well. I was diagnosed in 1994, so 20 plus years I've been with sarcoidosis and now fighting my insurance.
Oh yeah, you're having that much fun with that, I'm sure. All
I think
right.
we've all done that before.
All right, I'm gonna go with Jennifer. How about yourself? You have to take yourself off mute.
Hi, I'm Jennifer. I'm from Tinley Park, Illinois. I've had sarcoidosis for 10 years, and well, probably more, but diagnosed 10 years. Liver, lungs, who knows how many other places. But I'm here to learn and, talk with people who have it, just like me.
All right, thank you. All right, I'm gonna have Connie. Connie, you can go next.
I'm Connie Newton, and I'm from Kansas City, Missouri area. And I've had sarcoidosis for over 20 years. I was first diagnosed with MS, which I do not have. I have neurosarc and my lungs, and they're causing arthritis around, but I think it really might be the sarc in my bones.
Oh, okay. All right, and then Richard. How about yourself?
Hopefully this is the right Richard.
Yep. You're the
Yeah,
right one.
my name's Richard, and I'm from upstate New York. I live north of New York City, about 3 hours, and got diagnosed with sarcoidosis early this year. Never had been sick ever before until last November, and entered the hospital with what I thought was a case of pneumonia and turned out to be something a little bit more serious, obviously. I, at this point, am taking all the regular meds, and I also have sarcoid showing in my liver and also in my lungs right now. And I just got out of the hospital about a week ago with pneumonia again, and so it's been kind of a tough battle for respiratory for the last year or so.
All right. Well, welcome aboard. And Mary, I'm gonna have you introduce yourself, but you have to turn on your mic. Mary, you there?
There we go. Okay.
There you go.
Hi, I'm Mary, and I live in Maryland. I was diagnosed 5 years ago, but probably had it a long time before then. I am mostly cardiac, but I also have it in other areas like many of you. Let's see. What else do you want to know?
Well, that's a good start.
Yeah.
Hey, Norman, how are you? Would you introduce yourself in a 30-second introduction? I can't hear you. Can you guys hear him?
No.
And it shows your microphone on. No luck here, Norman. Well, still nothing yet.
Can you hear me now?
And it shows that you're talking.
Yeah.
Yes, now we can hear you.
Now.
Okay, I'm using the computer this time. So, okay, if you can hear me, I'm Norman Torr. I'm in Torrance, California, south of Los Angeles, or not far from the beach. I've had sarcoidosis for about 10 years. Right now, it's just messing up my lungs, and they had me on different drugs, steroids, and I was on prednisone for about 4 or 5 months, and then I got off a couple of months ago, and then things started getting worse. In fact, I was in the ER yesterday, and they put me back on prednisone, and you know, I asked the doctor. I told him if he wants to become famous, find the cure for it.
Yeah.
You know, I said I'll back him up, but
Yeah, right.
the best I could get when I talk to these doctors, it's just literally a case of bad luck, you know, because, you know, you talk to people and they speculate, have you been around asbestos, you smoke and all that. And I've never had any of that. And doctor just said, you know, it's just, you know, bad luck. That's all, you know, no reason, no rhyme. And at least what science knows right now. So anyway, that's my life story.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you. Well, I guess everybody else talked. I guess I should say a little bit about me. Well, all right. What's that? Well, first off, my name is Frank. I'm out in Long Island also. Kathleen and myself, we run Sarcoidosis of Long Island, as well as we're both foundation FSR ambassadors, which is now becoming advocates. The new names, but I was diagnosed in 2011 and misdiagnosed in 2004. So I do want to welcome everybody aboard. You guys are, you know, a lot of you guys I do know, and you've been following me and vice versa. But we are here to help each other out. There are a couple of questions I'm gonna ask today that I'm actually gonna put into the Facebook webpage, just so you guys know. And it's kind of gonna be I'm gonna ask your opinions on certain things that I really would like to hear what you guys think, what you guys want to, what do you want to learn, and also what do you want this room to be like, and so we can make sure that we're all in it together. I don't want it to be us dictating. I want it to be all of us, our room. It's, so there are going to be some days where, like I told the first time, there are going to be some days that we are going to have doctors, and we're going to have also mental health counselors or psychiatrists or psychologists to speak, because mental health is also, I am a big advocate for mental health, and I really believe that we all should be thinking about our mental health as just as much as we do as about our physical health. So I'm going to have some mental health counselors to help you out, to talk to us and kind of give us a little of lay of the land of like how to look for a mental health counselor, like what you need to look for, and I know of a couple that are really going to help you out in that respect, and how like how you're going to feel comfortable, because a lot of people don't feel comfortable talking to a counselor, and there are little like tricks and stuff. Like I personally have been speaking to the same counselor for 9 years, almost going on 9 years, and I talk to her once a week. Matter of fact, I saw her today. Sometimes it's over phone if I can't make it, but at least I'm always there. She's always there to talk to, and I think it really does help a lot of people. I know it helped me, and it saved my life. Actually, I can honestly say that. So, just really quickly, some of the questions though. First of all, does anybody have anything they want to discuss? If you, okay, yeah. So, if anybody has anything they're going to want to discuss, let me know, and I'm going to have a discussion portion in a couple of minutes. But if you do have, if anybody, just let me know person-wise who wants to discuss something. Now's your time.
I have a question.
Okay,
I
well,
think
Norman, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take your name, and then in about about 10 minutes after I just finish up, I'll call you out. Okay. Anybody else by name? No.
Connie's saying something, Frank.
Okay. What was that?
Connie, turn on your.
Oh yeah, Jennifer.
No, I wasn't saying anything.
Sorry. I have a CAT scan tomorrow, another one of those. We see something in your lungs that looks different. So we want to do a CAT scan.
Okay.
So I kind of like to talk about that later.
Okay. Yeah, I'll give you a call. Hi, Trina.
Hey, Trina.
Since you're here, you want to say hi and just say hi and just introduce yourself really quick?
Sure. Hi, my name is Trina Massey Davis. I'm located in Atlanta, Georgia, and I'm here to be supportive and resourceful to those who can use it.
And Trina is also an FSR ambassador, so I just want to let you guys know. And she's also one of our moderators. So if you ever need to talk to her, she's definitely be able to talk to her. All right. So like I said, I wanted to bring up a couple of quick things. I'm going to put it in the Facebook room, especially that I wanted to ask, one of the big things that I'm going to be asking, like I said, is what do you guys want from this? What do you guys see from this? So I'm going to be asking that in the room, in our Facebook group. And please don't be afraid to say what you want. What do you expect from this group? Because this way I know how I can help you guys. All right, I see Joanne. Hi, how are you? All right. I see Joanne. Can you turn on your mic? Hit the little green button. Can't hear you yet. Nope. Lost her. All right. Well, as soon as you get your mic on, Joanne, just let me know, and we'll have you introduce yourself. But like I said, one of the big things I really want to see out of this group is I really want to know what you guys want to learn, and not just learn, but what you want this group to be about. I don't want it to be something where I make everything up myself. I think this is a community room, and what I want may be different than what you guys want. So I really do want your opinion. Joanne, I see your mic is on.
It is on. Hi there.
Hi. Can you introduce yourself in about 30 seconds?
Okay.
Go for it.
My name is Joanne. I'm from New Jersey.
Okay, and when were you diagnosed?
I was diagnosed in 2015 with a sarcoid tumor behind my orbital nerve and around it. First thought to be lymphoma, and then with a 4-hour surgery, it was a sarcoid tumor, which led the open investigation as to what's going on.
Okay, well, welcome aboard.
Thank you very much.
And like I was saying before, is going to be. I would hope that everybody who has Facebook, if you do, to go on to the Facebook. We have our own little support group, and to join that, and to make sure that, like I said, I'm going to be asking questions in there for the next couple of meetings. So if you guys can answer questions and help me out, that'd be greatly appreciated. All right. Well, Norman, guess what? It's your time.
Hi, Norman.
Hi. Can you hear me okay?
Sure can.
Okay. So last time I asked you, where the big research is done, and you said the Cleveland Clinic. I looked for publications on this from the Cleveland Clinic. Are there any directions or documents that they publish that where they believe this might be what causes this type of thing?
Well, they still are really. Yeah, it's really the cause is still up for debate. They, if you ask one person, they'll say it's genetic. You ask another person, they'll say it's something else. Do they really know? No, not really. Even the top doctor, I've spoken to the guy, the gentleman, Dr. Culver, over at Cleveland, and he outright said he doesn't know. And nobody, he goes, and if anybody tells you they know, they don't know yet. Nobody knows yet, unfortunately. But they do have some clinical trials for especially lung. Penn, University of Penn is doing one. There's a couple of them. I will, if you want, I will send you the link. If you want, if you can just send, even through the chat, if you want, you can send me your email, and I'll send you a bunch of links of research and also of clinical trials. And then I'll also put it on the web page, in the Facebook page too.
Okay,
I know I don't think Norman's on our Facebook page, but
I haven't joined it yet. So is the Facebook page in your email?
But yeah, it is. Yeah, it was in that email that I sent out.
Okay.
A couple of days ago.
Okay.
So yeah, so you can just join from there. But yeah, there is a lot of research going on right now, and also there's a lot of clinical trials, clinical trials going on right now. Kathleen, how many we count? 40 something?
Yeah, 40 something, and it just went up because I just got another one from clinicaltrials.gov. So
yeah, so I mean, there's a lot of clinical trials going on, which is a great thing. Like I was, Kathleen and I went to a health fair that was about clinical trials, and I was telling them when I first found out I had sarcoidosis, which was 9 years ago. It'll be 9 years in January. There was like what I say, one? Was it one, Kath? Yeah, there was one. And right now, like I said, there's over 40 of them. So that means we're on the radar now with something that we haven't been. So and there's money. That means there's money. They don't do research without money, and they don't do clinical trials if they're not going to make money. So that's two very good things for us at this point in time.
Yeah,
And,
Frank?
Yep.
Clinicaltrials.gov has currently 109 sarcoidosis trials.
Wow.
Are there any in New York City?
I haven't gotten through all the pages yet. I have not seen it yet.
Joanne, are you on the page? Are you on the Facebook page or no?
Which one? I'm on a few, but I don't. Which one are you talking about?
If you look into in our chat, in your chat thing, Regina put it up in the chat.
I think I missed it.
The chat page. It should still be there.
Okay, I will look.
Okay.
And I'll put it if it's already there. I won't put it up, but otherwise.
It's Sarcoidosis Online Support Group.
Okay.
Frank,
right, you can look it up. National. Yes?
This is Rick. I'm wondering if everybody knows how to use clinicaltrials.gov.
I'm gonna have to. What was that?
I'm wondering if everybody knows how to use clinicaltrials.gov, and if not, maybe I'm happy to explain it, or maybe Kathleen or you can explain to these folks what clinicaltrials.gov is and how you use it.
Rick, if you have the time, I know you know that pretty well. If you can help us out, that'd be great.
I can. I'll be happy to do that. So I'm going to put the link right now in the chat window, clinicaltrials.gov. You can actually click on that, and it'll bring it up. And this is a government-sponsored website. I think it's part of the NIH, and it's international. And it basically has all the clinical trials throughout the world that are being run. And when you bring the page up, it's going to ask you initially what disease you are interested in. And I've never searched for, I haven't searched for sarcoidosis, although I'll bring it up right now and I'll see what it does. I mean, Kathleen just did and said there was 104 trials. Now, you can refine that search by putting in certain geographical areas. You can refine it by putting in doctors' names, hospitals, et cetera, and you could probably even refine it within sarcoidosis by naming different forms of sarcoidosis like neurosarcoidosis. What it will then do is bring up a list of all the trials that fit the search that you've asked for, and you will then click on each trial. You also have the choice to look for trials that are recruiting or trials that are already closed. And you'll click on that trial and you'll read through what the trial is about. And most important, whether you're eligible, because there are all these trials have eligibility issues. So if you've taken certain drugs, you may not be eligible. And also you can look where the trials are being conducted. A lot of trials are conducted in multiple locations, not only at one hospital. It's also going to tell you the type of trial. In other words, whether it's a phase 1, a phase 2, or a phase 3 trial. So a phase 1 trial really looks for safety. It's a trial to make sure the drug is safe. A phase 2 trial usually is about dosage. So it will change the amount of dosage of the drug to try and find the right acceptable dose. And a phase 3 trial usually is when they take it out and get as many people as they can to actually test the drug. So phase 1 and phase 2 are usually much smaller groups. And then eventually it gets to phase 3, and in phase 3 they try and get as many people in to test the disease. The phase 1 and the phase 2 are usually a lot more intense in terms of having to attend the hospital. So wherever the trial is being conducted, or it could even be in a doctor's office, you're going to usually have to go in on a weekly basis to get blood tests and what have you. The phase 3 trial usually doesn't have that heavy degree of follow-up. So in a nutshell, that's what it's about. And again, I can help you if you write to me, if you need more information, or I'm sure Kathleen knows her way around clinicaltrials.gov. You can write, you can drop her a line, and we would love to make you all competent in using the clinicaltrials.gov site.
Yeah, it's a very important site because it really does. Just so you guys know, just for sarcoidosis alone, FSR is keeping up on sarcoidosis trials. So you could also go on, Kathleen, if you could put up the sarcoidosis site, FSR's site.
Absolutely.
They also they keep track of all the trials that have to deal with sarcoidosis. And if anybody with sarcoidosis, I highly recommend joining their newsletter and their mailing list, because they will email you anytime there's a new trial, or they'll email you telling you everything and about sarcoidosis. They have all the new research that is going on. They'll email you that. So it's a good little tool for you guys to keep up on all the new treatments. I see Ruby came in, but I don't see her microphone on. Hi, Ruby.
Hi, everybody.
Hi.
Ruby.
Hi, Ruby.
And about,
Hey.
can you give a 30-second introduction?
An introduction. Oh, I'm shy.
It's basically like, when were you diagnosed? And if you want to say, and where are you from?
I'm from Virginia, near Roanoke, Virginia, Southwest Virginia. I was diagnosed in May of 2008 when it hit my lungs. It started out actually in my feet at that time, and then it hit my lungs. But I had it for years, I think, but I was just diagnosed then. But anyways, it's been a heck of a ride. That's all I can tell you. As you guys well know, right now it hit my eyes, and I about lost my vision, but it's doing pretty good now. Although I think I'm in a flare, and it's messed with my stomach, my muscles, my joints, my bones. I think I just cracked a bone just walking across the floor or something, because my bones are so soft now. And I had high calcium. I guess it's, when you have that, it goes through your bloodstream. The calcium does, and it kind of sucks it out of your bones. If I'm incorrect on that, y'all correct me. But basically, I think it's what it does. And so they put me on high dosages of vitamin D, and that doesn't work too well with this sarcoidosis. But I guess that's it. I'm in constant pain all the time, and but I count my blessings each day I wake up. I'm thankful, and that's it. But I enjoy seeing you guys online and reading your posts, and I'm here for everybody if they have any questions.
Thank you for joining. Yeah, Connie. Okay, I know you had a question. I'm gonna mute everybody, and then from there we're gonna unmute people, because I'm getting some background noise at this point. But I'm gonna unmute Connie right now. But you have to. There you
Hi.
Go ahead.
Well, I'm
What
going for I'm going for a CAT scan tomorrow because once again, they've seen something on my lungs. It doesn't look like the other pictures. And, every time we go through that, is it cancer? Is it Sarc deal? Which we should be used to, but it still does kind of make you nervous every time they find something new. But I did have a weird thing that's been happening. I didn't know if anybody else has dealt with. I have a lot of numbness and almost like a Bell's palsy that comes on. I didn't know if anybody else had experienced that with SARC. And I guess when you were asking earlier about questions we might have, I guess the reason I'm here is because if somebody doesn't have it, they just don't seem to understand how serious it is, how painful it is, just what we're dealing with every day. And so I'm here because I know you all understand. Basically, that's it.
Hey
Okay.
Connie, this is
So,
Richard from New York. I too have issues with a lot of nerve pain on a regular basis, and I also
Yes.
have the reactive body. Something happens, and there's tremors of sorts. I personally have to have my prednisone every single day, or I'm in trouble. It turns into a very difficult situation to live with. And again, I don't. This is all new to me, pain and sickness, and so it's a trial just to kind of um, go through this. But just know that I'm asking the same questions, and it's funny because I'm trying to express to my wife or to other people, I'm in pain. I'm not
Yeah.
feeling well, and it's very difficult because it's not a visual kind of situation, so people can see. So just know that
Yeah.
I understand where you're coming from. So.
And it's 24/7, it just
yeah.
asleep, which I do very little sleeping because of the pain. And we can't have pain drugs now because that might make us a drug addict.
Trina, you wanted to say something?
Yes, Bell palsy, a lot of people don't understand the madness that goes behind it, but it's also linked in the same family as sarcoidosis.
Really?
Yeah. Yes, I
Yes.
actually have. I have Bell's palsy myself, actually. I have eighth and fourth nerve Bell palsy damage. Which one is my eye, and the other one is actually the nerve that goes behind my throat. So I have trouble swallowing. So yes, they are connected, unfortunately. My doctors, all my doctors have said it is due to the sarcoidosis. So yeah.
It's just such a
Very,
weird
it's very
feeling,
common
like my
amongst our
nose and
parties.
the side of my face just go, they're just like somebody shot you full of Novocaine or something. And,
Yeah.
that's what it
One
feels
of our
like.
friends in Nassau, on Long Island, um, Kathleen, you would know him. He also, his whole side of his face, he ended up, it was all numb. Like, unfortunately, it looked like he had a stroke.
Yeah.
But it was Bell's palsy. But it did go away, and he's fine now. So
Well, that's good to know.
yeah. So it's not like, even with me with the palsy that I have, the one in my eye is not as bad anymore that it used to be.
Yeah.
So it comes and goes, and unfortunately, it's one of those side effects.
Do you ever feel like a hypochondriac when you try to explain this stuff to people, though?
Yes.
All the
Yeah.
time.
Yes.
Like you're crazy nuts or something because,
Yes.
oh, I can't feel my face and I can't breathe and, this hurts and that hurts. And I feel like they're going. And I know the number one thing is I know people probably, if they had to say something about me, they'd go, she's always saying, I'm tired. I'm so tired.
Yeah, sarcoidosis is one of the major side effects is fatigue.
Yeah.
So I mean, because think about it. First of all, if you have it in your lungs, you can't breathe. So that in
Right.
itself is going to cause fatigue.
Right.
And so I mean, it's it attacks your body everywhere in your body. So
Yeah.
there's a chance that it can be anywhere. And I mean, like I always tell everybody, it's easier for me to say where I don't have it. I don't have it in my liver and kidneys.
Yeah.
Every other part of my body is attacked by sarcoidosis,
Right.
and confirmed, unfortunately. But the fatigue for me, the fatigue and the pain that you guys were talking about
Yeah.
is one of the main, is the two main problems that I do have.
I have a question.
I see we have another.
I have a question. In the past month and a half,
Okay, go ahead, Joey.
I have, aside with all these things going on, had a severe breakout of hives. And I haven't heard anybody or read anything so far that mentions that people do this. They believe it's disease related. They did this scratch test for food and environment, and I came up negative, but they're every day. Some are 2 inches in diameter, some are 4 inches in diameter, and they can't seem to pinpoint it. Has anybody had any hives, like massive hives?
No, I haven't. Not.
Anybody else?
I've heard that. Oh, I'm sorry. I've heard that the taking of the prednisone and methyltrexate sometimes causes a reaction for rashing. I'm not sure if that's for everybody, but I've heard that that's a potential. I've had issues with rashes since taking both of those medications as well. So, but not necessarily hives though.
Yeah, they welt up like hives, and there's a medical term, I think it's called urticaria or something like that, and it can be related to lupus disease, could be a sarcoid relation, but I haven't actually heard anyone say I've had this, and they're not going to connect those dots just yet, but it's not as bad as joint pain and the vision loss and all that, but it's just one more thing on top of all the other things, and they haven't seemed to get a handle on it yet. So from one day to the next, I'll have a hive on me that's 4 inches big, could be on my head or on my arm, and it's itchy. So you're scratching and people are looking at you. But I was just wondering if anybody else had that.
Yeah, I have not.
Okay.
I've also
I
heard that
do.
it's. Yeah, who wanted, Jennifer?
I do have stress-related cysts that break out when I'm under a lot of stress. I know that is something that happens, and I know that with sarcoid, pretty much stress makes everything worse. So maybe the stress levels are making a reaction bigger than it would normally happen. So still sarcoid related.
Yeah, I've also heard that because from a couple of doctors, because of sarcoidosis, you have to watch what you like soaps you're using. You have to watch a lot. You become more allergic to other stuff that they don't test. Creams, whether it be like hand creams, soaps, any of that stuff, you have to watch out for. And if you notice that you change, like that actually happened to me last week. I changed to a new soap, and my arms just were all bumps. I stopped using it, and now I'm back to it's okay. I'm using my old stuff again. So you have to be careful with that, because you got to remember what sarcoidosis is. Your body's overactive right now.
Right.
All right. So any little change, it overreacts. I just wanted to say hi. We have two new people actually in here. We have I see Kerry Valentine. Is your microphone on, Kerry?
Yes. Hi. How are you?
Okay. How are you?
I'm hanging in there.
Can you? I just wanted you to introduce yourself, like a 30-second introduction.
Oh, okay. Hi, everyone. I'm Carrie Valentine. I live in Los Angeles, California. I've been having sarcoidosis of the skin and the eye for about 8 years, maybe a little longer. I'm dealing now with some lesions on the side of my head, all over my body. They're little bumps that come out, so I guess they're lesions. My doctor doesn't know a lot about it, but I'm hanging in there. They said I don't have it in the lungs, which I was told at the beginning. I just have asthma, so I deal with a lot of fatigue. So that's about it.
Well, welcome. We lost Mona. I know she was on here for a minute, but then we lost her. So
Back.
hopefully she'll be able to come back.
I'm
Are you
back.
back? Okay.
I'm back. Hi.
Hi. You want to give a 30-second introduction?
Hi, I'm Mona. I've had sarcoidosis since 2004, actually. So I was hoping to ask a few questions about it tonight.
Okay. And where are you from?
I'm from Orlando.
Okay. All right. So, all right. We can, since we're in the question phase, might as well ask them out.
I'm just, I can't find any good doctors. And,
Okay.
I'm having these coughing spells where I cough and I get choked coughing. And, the lung doctors down here, they don't seem to do anything for me. So I think I just had questions about that. Is it, so many issues, pain and everything, that this coughing started back in 2009, and they said I was in a flare at the time. I'm a methotrexate. I have been on it for several years. So, but finding a good doctor.
Regina. Okay,
But the
Regina, I see
coughing,
that you wanted to
does other
answer.
people have this spelled where it's just like a dry cough all the
Yeah.
time? Not all the time, but
Yeah.
mostly when a fan hits me in the face or wind, I get
I'd like
choked.
to answer that if you don't mind. Recently, I've gone through that issue, and I actually have a gastrointestinal doctor, because sometimes it winds up being like GERD, and it's the nerve that's going down the esophagus. This I found out, and once they put me on the Remicade, a lot of that went away.
Really?
Yes. But I guess I would say you might want to check and see if you have GERD. And just have that checked out, gastroenterologist. And the one I have here in Fort Wayne is awesome.
And Mona, just so you know, for doctors, on FSR's website, it's there's a patient, a doctor lookup, and you can put in Florida, and it'll tell you, and they all been questioned by FSR, and they all have to pass a check. So
I have found one in Jacksonville.
Okay.
But right here at the holidays, I'm not gonna wait. I'm gonna wait till after that.
Okay, and also, what I will do is, are you on our Facebook page too, the group?
I'm not sure. A friend of mine shared this, so.
Okay. If you look in the chat room here, there's our Facebook page.
Okay.
It's our group page, and if you join that, what I'll do is I will find other doctors that are a little bit closer. I know Jacksonville is not that close from Orlando. I used to live
2.5 hours.
I used to live in Clearwater, so yeah, I know.
Okay.
So I know, yeah, and so I will also look up doctors that are closer that have been approved. Okay, and I'll send them your way. Just join the group. This way, I can find you, and I'll message you some information that way. Okay.
And the pain is, what does everybody take to help their issues? I mean, it's just, beating. I know it's a joke, right? I mean,
Prednisone.
It's so bad.
I haven't found anything that works. Heat pad.
Yeah, Matt.
Yes, medical cannabis for me.
Yeah.
All medical cannabis.
It works.
They don't want to give you any pain medicine anymore.
Yeah. So if you don't want to try the cannabis itself, you could try the CBD oils, or not the oils, the gummies actually work.
The gummies?
Yeah, they have gummies, and you can get them either online or a lot of places that even in Florida I know have them. And it's just there's no THC. Yeah, I know, but it's a good place to start to see before you start using the THC.
I've got my medical card, my medical marijuana card, but I got a hold. Somebody at one of these dispensaries gave me something. It kind of it kind of was too strong for me. It was
Okay.
It's
very
very
high THC,
difficult.
and I ended up in the ER with it.
It's very difficult to find out how well things are going to work for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've spent the last year by trial and error trying things a little bit at a time to see what would work and not
Right.
make me so high that I can't function.
Yeah.
And I use
Yeah.
RSO, which is like eating, edible,
Rick Simpson oil.
or I have a pipe that I smoke with water so that it doesn't hurt my lungs as much. And it works so well
Yeah.
that I don't know how I could function without it.
Yeah, it's a lot of
Really?
trial and error. Like Kathleen, I know you use the gummies and stuff like that. And
What kind of what are the the gummies? You say the gummies, is that
it's
CBD?
like well, you could get CBD or you could get it with the THC in it. But it matters if you're like in New York, you can't get it's we have medicinal use for marijuana, but the gummies are not included in that.
Okay.
It's only the if you smoke it, basically.
It's about to become legal here, I think, in the state of
We're
Florida.
hoping.
In Illinois, January
Cannabis.
1st.
You got to be
I'm
careful though
sorry?
with the CBDs though.
Yeah.
There's a lot of companies out there making garbage.
I could give you two that are I know are very credible. I can also send you the two links of two that are extremely credible.
Okay.
A, I've used them, and B, that I know I've seen their testing. I won't use anything unless I see the testing.
Yeah, I don't like experimenting with
Yeah.
these things, and that
No, but
THC really messed me up once.
But the CBD, I personally like the CBD because I don't like the feeling the THC gives me. But like if you regulate it,
Can I interject for a sec? In my like I said, the past year experience, I thought exactly like everybody's talking at first, but I have found that the combination of THC and the CBDs is what's actually helped with my pain. A small amount of THC with a large amount of the C, is what works.
Yep.
So you vape
the one
it?
by itself.
You vape it or smoke?
I have a pipe that I have water in so that it makes it dispels in the water so that it's a lot less harsh on my lungs.
Actually, what you guys might want to know, one of the things that we've done a lot of research together on a lot of the medical cannabis. Vaporizing oils is not great, especially for sarcoid patients, because it can cause lung infections.
I don't really care for the vape stuff.
So vaping oil probably not a great idea.
I don't care for the vape stuff myself. I have Barrett's esophagus now, thanks to sarcoid. So I don't really like things that may hurt my throat, and the vape pen seems to irritate it.
Oh, burns you. It burns you.
Yeah, it does a little. So I steer clear from that. But the RSO tastes awful, but it works while I'm working so that I'm not high, but I have a lot less pain. Because it digests, it takes longer to go through the system, so it's more across the board, better for work.
Yeah. I have a question about that too. Missouri just finally legalized it, but it'll probably take them another year to get around to opening any stores. I tried the CBD gummies that I bought online. Had absolutely no effect. I tried 2 different dosages. Maybe I didn't go high enough on the dosage, but I didn't get any relief. And I would say, honest, maybe I shouldn't say this, but Frank said, say what you think. If I wasn't raising my grandkids and have my husband that I love so much, this pain would make me just wish I'd die and get it over with, because
it is. It's bad. I feel the same way. Yeah, it's hard.
Horrible.
I can't even clean anymore.
Oh.
I can't even clean my house, and I got a huge house, and I can't do anything, and it's breaking me down. I lost my daughter. She was 30, and she lived with me all her life. And I lost her January, it'd be 5 years ago. and
Oh, I'm so sorry.
I'm completely
Sorry.
lost. Thank you.
Yeah, so
Kathleen, I know
sorry.
you wanted to say something, right? Kathleen?
I did. I've been for many years now. I've talked to Frank about getting into the THC and stuff like that. It's not legal here in New York, so I can't tell you all what to do. I know that I was on vacation with my family in Vegas, and that's where I found edibles. I did a really thorough research. Please do research if you're going to go into THC because you need the cleanest
Yes.
that you could possibly get. You do want to get it from a reputable place. I only use for the THC indica. Indica helps me sleep. So by helping
Get a
sleep,
couch.
right, the pain that is, as soon as you lay down in bed, I'm sure all of us are the same way. The pain is unbearable. I can't put my legs
Yes.
together. You know, the sheet hurts, the whole 9 yards. So
Yes.
I finally found a concoction that works just with the indica. I do hemp during the day, which is in a capsule, which helps relieve some of that as well. I haven't found the CBDs to do much for me. So
How do
I
you find it? How do you find a doctor that gives a darn about your pain enough to
That's
help
the
you
real question,
find
isn't it?
something?
through the
Yeah.
FSR. Through the FSR. And, you know, I've talked to Frank about this one doctor for a long time that I did not like him. I just saw him recently, and he actually has a bedside manner now all of a sudden, smirking and
Uptime.
smiling. And he spent 45 minutes with me yesterday. He's a sarcoidosis specialist.
Wow.
So I have a lot more going on for 2020, unfortunately, because it's hit everywhere.
Yeah.
But you know what? I'm serious. If you're going to look into the THC, you know, we drive. I don't want to hurt somebody's grandchildren or somebody else's child. So that's why I don't
Yeah.
do it during the day. The sleep is the most important for me.
Right.
So, and it
And
allows me to
see,
sleep
and
anywhere from 2 to 3
I think
hours.
that's my problem is the pain has it where I bet you I only sleep maximum 20 hours a week.
Yeah.
And,
Wow. I don't sleep
and
either. The pain's so bad.
so then you
I
get
can't
sicker
sleep.
because you're not getting enough rest. And so you get
Yeah.
sicker.
Right.
One
And
thing
it's
you got to look at about the cannabis is that it's not just indica or sativa or hybrids. It's also the strain that's very important. For
Correct.
anybody who can get it medically from a dispensary, look into BioJesus or Gorilla Glue #4. They're very
Okay.
good for pain. They're very good for nerve pain. There are some strains that don't work work anything.
I've tried the 9-pound hammer and it will. You will sleep.
Also,
And
guys,
it'll totally knock you. It'll totally knock you out.
This is all
And I
new
don't
to
like
me. So
smoking.
you guys are
I can't
saying,
smoke because
so
of
you
my
guys are
burn. That's
saying
where my sarcoid is. It kills me.
I can't
this is,
smoke either. That's why I do the edibles, Mona.
this is all new to me.
Okay.
So you guys are saying Gorilla Glue, 9-pound hammer. I don't know what you're talking about. I
Different
do it
strains.
hit me with
I'm
the
actually
hammer
afraid to
sometimes and
use
knock
the
me
edibles.
out, but yeah.
Another one that's good is God.
okay.
Yeah.
That's very relaxing.
You know,
Just so
it's
you know, the only Gorilla Glue I know is this.
Yeah,
No,
that's what I was
I know.
thinking.
That's what I said when I first went to a dispensary. I said, "What?
oh, yeah.
You know, what is all this stuff? I don't know anything about it."
That's what I said. Sometimes I wish somebody'd take a hammer and knock me out, and then maybe I'd get some sleep. But
Get some sleep. I understand. Sleep is very important for all of us.
Well,
Guys,
you know what
just
I
so,
found is
go ahead.
desperation makes us all try things. The
yeah,
last 10
interesting.
years, I have
It
tried
does.
everything that they wanted me to. From methotrexate, Cellcept, steroids, which
Uh-huh.
gave me diabetes. They
Yeah.
ignored everything I said about how my liver hurt. I was just a fatty liver, and now I have stage 4 cirrhosis. 80% of my liver gone
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
Lord.
because it couldn't
Sorry.
possibly be sarcoidosis. And yet, that's what led me to finally asking a doctor to get the medical marijuana, and now I can have a life of some kind.
Just so you
You
guys
know,
know,
that's
also, there's another. I mean, there are other things like that I've heard that work and I've tried that work. Like acupuncture actually works.
That I have
Um,
not tried.
Yes.
Yeah, the acupuncture, and pain management doctors. There are pain
Uh,
management doctors. My pain management doctor actually will do acupuncture. That's how I found out about it. You have to find the thing is trying to find the right person.
I'm tired. I'm
That's the
tired of
problem.
doctor hunting. I'm tired of the doctor trying to find the doctors to do anything.
yeah.
Well, yeah. Well,
It's tiring.
I know
Too many doctors.
that's where the ambassadors. That's where we can help you out as moderators and ambassadors. We can find doctors for you. That I hate to say this, but like I would say probably 80% of my day is finding doctors for people.
Well, I'm definitely gonna. I'll definitely send you my. Can I give you my email right now?
You can put it into the chat, or you can send it to me. So I'll put. I
Yeah.
don't mind putting mine. I don't mind
If
putting.
you write it down, I'll tell you right now, so I don't misplay. I know who it's going to.
Hey, Frank,
Yeah.
Can you do that?
if you scroll over somebody's name, it comes up with their email address.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Mona Burke.
All right.
Let's
Let's
see.
see.
I'm going down to Mona.
Oh yeah, I see it. I see your email. It's
Mona's
yahoo.com.
Haley's Girl 321.
Haley's Girl 321 at yahoo.com. That's it. Yes.
Okay.
Perfect.
I really need some help finding a doctor. I do.
Okay.
Yeah.
We will help you out on that.
Thank
I
you.
need
Thank you.
I need some help finding somebody
Okay.
that will do something about pain. And if you have one of those sites that, because
Yes.
it's legal now in Missouri, they just don't have anything set up to do it.
Yeah.
So
I mean, what I'll do is I'll start looking up people, and I'll Connie. I know how to contact you,
okay,
and I'll send you guys some stuff that you can at least
Yeah.
it'll give you a start.
Yeah.
And you got to remember the one thing you got to remember about this thing is that we are all different. They call it the snowflake disease for a reason. We all react to different medicines differently.
Yes. Yes.
And we also show different signs. So if I give you a doctor, I'm going to give you probably like 4 or 5 because just because it worked for one person doesn't mean it works for another. Same with doctors, same with medicine.
Yes.
So unfortunately, I know how tiring it is to look for doctors.
yes.
I actually counted because I just had to go get a new cardiologist. I am on my 37th new doctor.
Oh,
Wow.
Okay, and so
you have me beat.
but I actually can say now I am actually happy with my doctors, but it took a long time. But you're gonna
see, I'm retired. We're retired military too, so that has a little bit.
Yeah, I know.
Sometimes they don't cover us, and that's it. I've been here 5 years, and I haven't been able to find a good doctor for sarcoidosis. Nobody.
Okay. Yeah, I will help you out with that because I know somebody. One of our ambassadors is right actually in Orlando, and I will get in touch with him. Huh?
Isn't it Michael?
Well, Michael's in over there, and so is what's his name? I can't think of his name. Rodney, what's his name? The 9/11.
Oh, I know who you're talking
about. Raul. Yeah, I can get in touch with him. He's also in that area, and he actually guided from 9/11.
Great.
So I'll contact him, and I'll contact Michael, and I'll also give them your email. Okay?
Please.
And I'll let them know. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you.
Both of them are right there. Connie, I know somebody who's over there too, and I will contact them. And
Okay, either that, or if you could send me that hammer and the Gorilla Glue, that would be great.
Yeah, right.
It's terrible. I know. I wish. Like Alicia O'Neill. She's the one that posted. She's in California, and she can get all the drinks and everything. And I'm like,
oh, I know. I have her on my page too.
I'm like, I wish I could try it.
I know. Here, just pass it over and see if it
She's always sharing stuff, and I'm just like, I wish, but Florida's supposed to be legalizing everything here.
But here's the thing.
And Richard, also contact me because I do want to. I'll be able to help you out.
The thing that it really does though,
But yeah, so
you ever look in your doctor's eyes and you're in so much pain and you look at him and you wonder, how can you possibly say you're a physician and look at the amount of pain I'm in and not try to help me?
They don't care about
Right.
their hands are tied now. That's their problem.
Yes.
Their hands are
Yeah.
tied. They can go to jail. They can go to
Be
jail if
careful.
they give you.
I don't know.
Well,
I think in some cases it's just simply that the doctors are afraid of what they
they're
don't know.
scared. They are
A lot
scared.
of them look at you and they're like, I don't know enough about this disease to help them, but they have to try. So it sounds like arrogance,
Most doctors are.
but it's really just them
Yeah.
trying. You got to
Yeah.
really
Well,
give them a little bit of a break.
I have had where we used to live where doctors they look at your medical records and with sarcoidosis, they just say, we can't take you as a
Treat you.
patient.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've had that. I had a
Yeah.
neurologist say she would not see me because she wasn't qualified.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
She literally said
Right. Yeah.
the good thing now, like I was talking about earlier, is that this also goes with the research and the clinical trials. There are a lot more doctors now that are learning. FSR is actually giving out grants to doctors now and to new doctors. I mean, people that are just coming into the field, they're actually giving them grants so they become sarcoidosis doctors. So there are
You
a
guys
lot
should look
more.
into. You guys should look into Dr. Nadira Swice.
If I could ask another question real quick, I'm with my grandkids, so they're all wanting me to come back out there. Do y'all have eye problems? Anything with sarcoidosis?
Yes.
Burn, hurt?
Yes, yes.
dry
Is that
eye.
a sign of having sarcoid in your eyes?
Well, I don't know. I have dry eye, and I've had cataract surgery on both eyes last year, but my eyes are always dry. I have to use liquid tears.
Right.
Yeah, I get that too.
Let me say something.
But I think you have to have some kind of, they have to
Oh,
actually see granuloma for it to be considered eye sarcoidosis.
Okay.
The symptoms you were talking about, Mona, doesn't have to be sarcoidosis. It could be an iritis or uveitis.
Right.
So it
That's
doesn't
what
mean
I
that it's
started with.
sarcoidosis.
My
That's
eyes
what I
hurt
started
and they
with when I
burn.
thought I had
Yeah,
MS.
you know, but
You
they're
have to
getting
see
more.
an
I mean, I can't
ophthalmologist.
see well.
You have to see
Mine
an
burn all the time.
You have to have a don't go to an optician, go to ophthalmologist. They're the ones that are going to help you out.
Yet another doctor.
Right now
I'm tired of doctors. Oh, I can't stand
But the
it.
thing is though, if you don't go, what is it? Look at your weigh it out. If you don't see the doctor, what's going to happen?
I know.
I mean, I see.
What are
I
the
have
signs? What are the signs having it in your eyes?
Well,
the floaters are big. Floaters are big.
When I first got anything that they thought I had MS was because of my vision problems. And, but Sark does exactly the same thing as MS. You know, you can get like a neuritis in your eye, and mine was like I just lost vision. My eyeball hurt like it was gonna pop out of my head. That's what it felt like. It just, and they thought I had MS for many years until they found it in my lungs. I did go to Cleveland Clinic, and that's where I saw Dr. Tappy there. She's no longer there. I think she's in Chicago now, but she's really good neurologist.
Okay. Well, I need to get to an eye doctor and just see what's going on.
All right. Just so you guys know, also with the FSR website, you're talking about different places that you have it. FSR breaks it down. If you look on their website and you go under the website, you can. I forgot exactly where it is, but I'll send you the exact link, and
Thank you.
it'll tell you everything.
That's actually
the lungs,
how I found my doctor.
Yeah, and it breaks everything down for you, like part of your body, each part, and it also you can print it out and bring it to your doctor, and it tells you what they should be looking for and if they do find it, how they should treat it.
Wow.
It's all on FSR's website.
It seems like some doctors get offended though. some doctors get offended though if you
Then you
say,
shouldn't be
well,
with them.
this
Don't go
is
to.
something that happened in the past, and I can, they did this for it. Oh
Yeah.
no, they don't want to hear that. They just want to do their own thing.
So
Most doctors down here don't want to do anything.
you don't want a doctor that won't listen to you. That's when you say
I,
next if they won't
yeah.
listen.
Yeah.
I always
I
say
mean,
that if you're your own best advocate,
Right.
you got to
yeah.
remember that.
Well, my
You
lung
know your body
doctor,
the best.
yes, my lung doctor had me on methotrexate. He started it in 2015, and then just cold turkey just took me off of it, and it messed me up. And so my rheumatologist put me back on methotrexate.
Yeah.
So
I'm only on Planequil right now. I hate prednisone. I'd like them to put. I have an allergy to it, but if it's Connie, you take the prednisone, or Connie, you check in the hospital. I do the prednisone.
I do too. Yeah, yeah. I hate it too. I'm on it right now. I have bronchitis right now, and it's
No choice but to take it.
yeah, it's bad. Yeah.
Yeah, and what's methotrexate, there's also with that, you can also ask for the shot. The shot bypasses your stomach. It
Yeah.
doesn't affect your
I
stomach.
do the injections.
Yeah, and that's
Yeah.
better for your stomach than the pills are. And then if they don't like, I can tell you,
Horrible anyway.
I've went through methotrexate, I went through Remicade, I went through all of them. Some worked for me for a couple of months, some didn't.
Yeah.
Some didn't work for me at
Right.
all.
Well, I'm gonna. Yeah. Well, I'm
So
gonna go. I'm
yep,
with my grandchildren. So thank you for that information. I
yep.
sure appreciate it. It's
And
nice
that was
talking to you
you.
guys.
Yeah, nice
Happy
meeting you.
holidays.
All
I'll
right,
look
have a
forward
nice
to
day.
doing this again.
All right.
Bye
Thank you.
bye.
Bye.
Bye
Bye.
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 Yeah,
I
so
think there's a caller.
it's actually not a caller. It's somebody trying to sign in on the web. Because
Oh,
when it says waiting for name, that's somebody who's trying to sign in online.
gotcha.
Yeah,
This is terrible, but when I first was diagnosed with SARC, I got on FSR a lot, and I haven't got on it at all. And I'm listening to you thinking, I need to do that. I need to just get on there and see what information.
the last 2 years, they have updated that website. I can tell you so much. It's totally different, and there's so much information there now that you can find events, you can find doctors, you can find, like I said, treatments. You can and the
It's
people
been
that set up
years.
and the people that set up the treatments are the doctors that are sarcoidosis specialists. They're the ones who wrote that out. Like, it's the Dr. Culvers, it's the Dr. Morgenthau's, it's the Judson, and I'm sure there's so many I'm missing. But
Yeah.
most, all their specialists wrote it basically a book on each part of the body. And you can, like I said, print it out. That's what I've done. Print it out, bring it to a doctor.
I'm
And if
awake
they don't want
every
to
night.
follow
I
it,
might as well look it up. When I can't sleep, I'll start reading it all because
yeah.
it's been years since I've been on there, and I really need to look at it.
So I mean, it really is a great website to look at, especially now. Like I said, they're learning, and then also there's the clinical trials. The clinical trial may help one of you guys. You never know. It's a lot of
And I checked
either new
before.
medicines or repurposed drugs.
I know Chicago used to have a lot of them when I checked before, and if you, they didn't want you to have like a dual. They didn't want you to have lung and neuro or whatever. They wanted you to have one.
Go see Dr. Swice in Chicago. Dr. Nadira Swice. She started the Bernie Mac. That is who I see. She is the best, and she is the sweetest woman on this planet.
Yeah, she's a good doctor. I know of her. There's a lot. I mean, there's a lot of good doctors out there now. It's just a matter of finding, and that's where you can use. Like I said, it doesn't bother me if you ask me. I'm here. That's what I'm here to help. All the moderators are here to help. We all, we've been doing this for years, and we've heard. I'm sure there are some questions we haven't heard yet, but there's a lot of them we've heard of. Rodney and I have been through a lot.
Well, when you're saying, ask, what do you want from this site? That's
Yeah.
what I want. Is like tonight I've got a ton of information I had no idea about between FSR and the hammer and the Gorilla Glue, and yeah,
Yeah.
I'm getting very
That's what I hope this is
educated.
going to be. I really
Yeah,
want this to be something that A, we learn, and B, we're not afraid to talk about things. There,
yeah.
I always say that there's no stupid questions, only stupid answers. Uh,
Well, that's
but
what I say, and I hesitated to say it, but honest to
yeah.
God, the pain sometimes is so high. You just think, what could
Well,
possibly be worse?
I said this on the first night, and I'll keep on saying this. 2015, I put myself in a 72-hour watch because I was going to kill myself.
Oh,
All right. So people always say, "Oh, you're too strong to be." No, nobody's too strong.
uh,
Pain is pain. I was because of
there's
the pain.
there's only so
I was,
much anyone can handle.
but
Yeah,
I realized, thank God I did, and I realized that there are other things that you just have to find that one thing that's just going to help you, and find those people that are going to help you. Whether it doesn't always have to be a doctor.
yeah,
That's what this group's for. We
yeah,
all have been through so many different things. There's so many medicines out there that I probably haven't tried that everybody else has or somebody else has. So there's always options, and that's what I want us to be here for, is options. And that's why I
mhm,
also remember how we talked about the mental health. Um,
right,
that mental health is a big part of it. You get your brain right, you're gonna get your it'll help your body. I'm not saying it's going to
right.
cure, but it'll help your body. And
I've had a lot of counseling. We adopted our three great grandkids, so
yeah.
they're my motivation to keep
Hmm.
going and moving on the days I don't feel like it. But I sure wish I had some help with the pain and I could sleep at night.
Yep.
I look at
Yeah,
everybody
so
else sleep in the house and I'm like, oh, that looks like it would be so wonderful. Why can't I do that?
yeah, what hopefully we can help you. We're going to try to work together, and like I said, the problem with the disease is that what works for one doesn't always work for the other. So I mean, it is a hit or miss. I hate I know, like, people say I hate trying all different types of medicines, but you know what? When you find that one thing that works, it's like, oh,
Yeah, yeah,
it's
that's
like
what I'm
night and
looking
day.
for.
Night and day. So just, I mean, it's hard. I know it's easier for us to say hang in there, but we've been through it. So when we say hang in there, we know what you're going through. Um, Kathleen and I talk about not sleeping all the time.
Mhm.
Trina, she's another
I,
one. We
we
talk
all
about,
know who doesn't
yeah,
sleep because we're on
yeah.
Facebook reading each other's stuff
She's
at
putting up
3 a.m.
Trina's putting up melatonin. She uses that to help her, and that's just a natural. It's a natural drug. So,
It
and it
doesn't
helps
work.
some people. Yeah, and I mean, it does help. I mean, I know it helped me at times too. It just, like I said, you kind of have to
Yeah,
hit. It's a hit and miss.
I
Yeah,
take it with warm tea. I take it with out of the it's an African nectar tea. I need to get it out the cabinet for you, and I mix it with like I think it's turmeric ginger tea. Mix it together to keep down that inflammation. And taking one tablet of this, it helps me sleep. I don't take it all the time. I probably still got almost a full bottle. I just take it when I know if I only had 20 hours of sleep that week, I know I have to do something about it ASAP.
Yeah, I've tried that. I'm
Can
actually
you
on a
repeat that?
prescription sleeping pill, so but it
I'm gonna go
doesn't
to
work.
the cabinet and pull out those tea. I'm gonna put you take my screen away and I'm gonna go get the tea and show you what it is
Okay.
that I think
Okay.
helps.
Okay, thanks.
yeah. So I mean, like I said, that's what we're going to be here for. We're going to try to help. I mean, what helps one may help you. Um, I do, I mean, I know we have about 10 minutes left, and anybody else have anything they wanted to discuss?
I actually want to discuss something.
Yeah.
How many of us just get so frustrated trying to get doctors to understand the basics of our disease, enough for them to even get to the point where they can help whatever individual organ or system is being affected right now. Because I have that problem a lot.
No, I don't have a doctor like that, but I have one that listens and wants to learn, but she doesn't really know
Do you guys?
anything.
Sorry to interrupt, but do you guys see what Trina's putting up there? Just so you can see.
Oh, no. Let's see.
Is it in the
It's
little
Tulsi.
red and white box?
Yeah, it's Tulsi. It's called.
Where do I see?
TULSI. She has it on her camera. Trina
Trina,
Massey
where can you
Davis
get
camera.
that? Can you get it on Amazon? Trina?
Can't hear you, Trina.
That's the name of the company. The name of the company is called Organic India.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Lucilla is TULSI.
Trina,
Oh, I've tried that one before. I know what you're talking about.
Trina, can you put that also on the group page?
Yeah, that would be
Sure.
great.
I've seen that in Yogi, the Tulsi. I know what you're talking about.
I mix
I've
it
seen
with this one. I mix
it's
both
a
teas.
type of tea, Tulsi tea.
It's another one.
Just mix it with
And this is
ginger.
for the taste that you don't have to use sugar or honey.
Okay. Yeah, if you could put it on the website, that'd be great.
Yeah, we'll definitely put that on the Facebook page, and that'll help out. And
Thank
if you
you.
could,
It is on Amazon because I just looked quickly.
yeah,
Okay.
Trina, if you like, just if you can, just say how you do it. You know, kind of
Okay.
explain how you do it,
Sure.
so people can understand. Thank
Sure.
you.
I just boil, no problem. I just boil water in my tea kettle, and I'll add this, which is the turmeric ginger. Turmeric is really known for
Yeah.
helping fight against inflammation. Ginger is also good for soothing the digestive system.
Mm-hmm.
It also helps with respiratory.
How does it taste?
It's a strong taste. That's why I mix it with the African nectar. And I suggest either raw brown sugar or
All right.
natural honey. And you just steep it. You can steep it as long as you want, as short as you want. And again, I take it with this.
Okay.
So I'm out for at least 6 hours after I do that.
Oh, that'd be wonderful.
And it takes about an hour to kick in because, you know, anytime you add caffeine, caffeine speeds it up and then you go for
Now,
that
the
dip.
melatonin like you have there, I've taken. It hasn't done anything for me, but maybe the combination with the tea works.
Oh, well, hopefully you can try it with the tea and just
Yeah.
report back to let us know. Everything is not for everybody, and we get that. But I was
Right.
just giving some ideas of what helps me naturally versus taking another medication that's going to probably, in the long run, cause you other problems if you're taking it for too long.
I'm taking a sleeping pill, and they say all of that stuff causes Alzheimer's, which I have a family history of anyway. But it doesn't even work. If it worked, it'd be great. But
Now, I used to take sleeping medications, and what I find is, it's been a while. What I find is that usually when I get up in the morning, I'm like a zombie.
Yeah, me
And
too.
that's not healthy, especially if you're home alone or if you have to work. It's not doable.
Right.
But I know we're short on time, but we'll talk about that.
Okay.
That's fine.
Thank you.
No problem.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right. Well, we are, like, it's only 4 minutes left, but I do want to thank everybody. Like I said, I like the fact that we're all talking and giving out examples and stuff. As much as I'm going to put the website to Stop Sarcoidosis, and I'll separate it by the doctor, find the doctors. I'll also put up the site of where to look for each part of the body, and then you can break it down to whatever part of the body you want to look at after you click on it. But I'll put that on the Facebook page also. I'll have it up by tomorrow. It's just getting too late for me to start doing this all tonight, but I will have it on tomorrow. I wrote it down to make sure that I do it.
Frank, I want to thank you and all of the support people out there, because without you, we wouldn't know anything. We'd just be stumbling along. At least we're stumbling together.
Yeah. Well, that's the whole thing. We're here for each other. I, like my group, my Sarcoidosis Long Island, is my anthem is "You Are Not Alone," and pretty much all of us here have said, especially the moderators, have said the same thing. You guys aren't alone. Just so you guys know, also, this is a little preview. Starting January, we're gonna have a link to an online counseling. They're offering a percentage off of your copay if you want a counselor, and it's online, so you don't have to leave your house. And they're all licensed. So I'm going to be giving out that link. We're going to put it in the Facebook page first. So you guys, if you want to use it for a counselor, that's another part of this plan that the project that we're doing. And then we're also going to, I'm still working on trying to actually get some more counselors involved to help us. Because like I said, I highly believe in the mental health. Somebody, not even actually a doctor, Dr. Morgenthau actually told me this one time when I first got sarcoidosis. He told me, he goes, because when I got diagnosed, because I was misdiagnosed, I already had it in 75% of my body by the time I was diagnosed. But he told me, he goes, you know what? He goes, your body, and he goes, your health is 90% mental and 10% physical. He goes, if you get your brain right, he goes, you can fight what you have. He goes, if your brain isn't right, he goes, your body's just gonna give up. He goes, you have two choices, and I've always said this, you have two choices. You could roll into a ball, you can either roll into a ball or you could fight. You have two choices in life. So I don't plan on rolling into a ball anytime soon. So
pretty much most of the time I feel like, how you a cat might get dropped off of something and their claws are out and their arms are swinging back and forth. That's me, constantly fighting. Been fighting for 20 years. This disease.
But now you're not fighting alone.
Give up. I just keep fighting.
But you're not fighting alone now. Okay, that's what we're here for. And like I said, if we can make it easier for you, we will. We'll try our best. All right. On that note, for everybody, I do thank you, and everybody have a happy holiday.
You as well.
Merry Christmas.
Thank you.
Christmas.
Happy New Year.
Bye.
Have a good night.
Good night.
Night.